Bugs is Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly, truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. If you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of the video, or you're telling me about empathic gift. And if you feel like the videos are uplifting, give you good vibes, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times and needing confirmation, validation, or just even spiritual guidance, please go ahead and share. Like, add a gift, thumbs up, like, and also share the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support y'all are constantly giving me. It's truly appreciating, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And I'm listening to Awakening Planet, and the video in the background is called 432 Hertz, Reiki music, healing at all levels, manifest miracles, healing frequency music. And the video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101, Heyokas, never let how someone feels about you change how you feel about yourself. And that is so freaking true. And like I was telling y'all, it was in my first or second video, I was watching this morning when I got up. It was like one of those TikTok videos where it's showing, like the weight loss challenges that they, allowed themselves to do, especially in the quarantine and the lockdown and all that junk that was going on with the pandemic. That was like a blessing in so many disguises, even though it is like, I feel like, the worst part of it is just like the financial strain that a lot of people are dealing with right now. But I'm just, I'm hoping and praying for other people that, are going through these issues. They're able to bring like a supplement payment until all these different things are, across the board. But, I was watching that, and it was just like, I guess the girl who was in the video with Trent Shelton, because it was different, motivational speeches that they were placing upon the video. And I mean, these people look good. And it was just like, you would, especially the one it was like a guy and a girl that were, going, I think they were peaking at almost 600 pounds. And when I say, I was just like, wow, people have to, go. Like I tell y'all, you just don't realize how your story can be inspiring, not just for yourself, but other people that are seeing what you're doing. There's a lot of people that you can really, truly encourage. When I've seen a lot of the situations that I've been in my life, and I've seen some very dark situations, when I can allow myself to see how I am today, it makes me appreciate those situations, because when I was growing up, I didn't have that self-love or self-validation. I was looking at it through connection, through, doing things that I was too young to be doing, basically like that. But it took that time for how I am today to be able to place that love within myself that I felt like I wasn't getting. I went through a lot of different things. Growing up, I had, 10 teen pregnancy. I followed behind my mom's footsteps. My biological mom, I don't have a connection with my biological mom from the situations that I've been in, especially, with the connection and the experience that we're going through. It's not going to allow that to happen. I don't have any kind of hate or any kind of animosity towards my mom. So I can truly understand, of why she chose that decision not to do that. Even though it hurt deep to me, I have to be able to respect that. And I don't have any kind of anger or hate towards my mom for that. Everything happens for a reason. A lot of times you just don't understand why it has to be that way, but you have to be able to, make peace with it and keep moving. I will always see my adopted mom as my mom. That's the only mom that I was able to know. And that's the one I always appreciated. I didn't do a lot of things for my mom to say she was proud of me, even though I hear her a lot since she's transitioned, how proud she is of me. And I mean, that's a tearjerker for me, because I never really gave her a reason for her to be proud. It was like me and her relationship was always based on oil and water. And, it was amongst, basically, it always started when her ex-husband got ready to divorce. And the way I found out on my birthday, and that's one of the main reasons why I don't really care for my birthday, because I found out I was adopted on my birthday. Like, I knew, but the truth didn't come out until it was like on my 13th or 14th birthday. And ever since then, it was always a painful reminder, about certain things, because it was like, people that weren't even related to me knew my story before I did, and I was always angry about that. And all those different changes that I went through. I was always my mom's, when she was married to her husband, I don't call him my father because of the things that I went through, but he was a blessing in disguise. I try not to allow myself to have anything as in a negative definition to define who he is to me. He wasn't meant to be a father in my life. He wasn't supposed to be a family connection towards me, but basically be able to lead me to my path of truth. And, it took a lot of courage, as well, a lot of healing that I'm still doing, to be able to say that in the same sentence without saying something in a derogatory way or a hateful or mean way about how I felt. But it was that when I was chosen to be able to break that generational curse, because he went through the same things he put me through. He always used to say, no matter what his dad did, what he did to prove to his dad he was worthy of, it was never good enough for him, and all those different things. And I said, well, when you're perching your mouth to say that, what you've done to me, right? You're doing exactly what he did to you. And I feel bad for him. And a lot of times, because it's just the decisions he made was based on what his father put him through. And it's like even though his dad's passed like years and years ago, that anger is still there. And I know I had to be able to allow myself to put the best foot forward and not allow him to carry that hate over in me for what he has done to me. He's done the unforgivable. But it led me to the person I am now. If I didn't go through these things, I wouldn't know who I was. I wouldn't place that love that I needed for myself to myself. I didn't get that kind of connection with my mom until she was, on her way of transitioning. And, it was like, I always wanted that type of relationship with my mom, but it was like always based on how I was seeing her. It was like a projection from her ex-husband on how he wanted me to see her, to take that spotlight and make him a victim towards that situation and make me hate her, to add more pain that she was dealing with, because now I'm dealing with it when it comes to my kids. I don't have a good relationship with my kids. And I always, I try to go above and beyond to make sure that they see how I've changed. But it's just like the way things are, it takes for them to do that. I can't keep pushing that on them. If they don't recognize it, I can't make them recognize something that is being seen as there, but it's okay. There's a lot of times where it just broke my heart, because my kids are everything to me. But it's just like, when you can't question God on his motives, on how he does things, but it's for the best for you. A lot of times we don't see our situation, especially if it's a very toxic connection, because I was just watching different ones on TikTok yesterday, and then I had to allow myself to stop, because I said, I do not want to embody that energy back into my life, even though certain things was just like I had to laugh at and it was funny, but then it's just like, no, don't allow yourself to go there, because something might trigger me and go back to one of my situations that I've been in. Not every relationship I've had has been toxic, but there has been a lot of ones that, I truly appreciate all my relationships, because it's leading me to be a better person. If you've gone through narcissistic connections with people that you may have dated, I know I got to that point where I always felt like, they're whoever is connecting with them is getting better than what I was. But I had to understand, until somebody allows themselves to go through those circumstances of healing, reflecting, taking responsibility, not being seen as a victim, allowing yourself to hold yourself accountable for those different things, that toxicity is going to keep continuing. So whatever you experience in those situations, guaranteed, they fixing that person up to go through the same thing. And a lot of times when you're ending narcissistic relationships is because you can no longer being able to manipulate. You already know how the game is played. Now they got to switch it up. Even when you're coming in connection to date somebody else, don't never just give all the things that you want to bring to the table, what you're looking for, what you're not going to deal with, because you don't know if this is what that person's that true intent for. Because a lot of times when they're asking you this, so they can give up this filter of a projection that they want you to feel like you got the A1 perfect one, when that was just a facade for them to get you, get you in a situation where you're being groomed once again. But a lot of times we're out there looking for that special one or our soulmate, and if you're not physically healed from the relationships you have gone in connection with, it doesn't always have to be relationship, as in, boyfriend, girlfriend, 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 or boyfriend, boyfriend. It doesn't matter, but it's just the connections that you have overall with everybody. If you have not gone through that situation of your healing yourself, allowing yourself to validate within yourself, healing every day. You're taking that moment, even if it's a little step. You don't know how your little steps can impact you in a big way. When you're allowing yourself to validate yourself, when people want to call you out by certain derogatory names or, things. I've been like that, especially if I get mad and start popping off. I'm projecting somebody else's situation on how I may feel about myself. And, they say that how you see another person is how you see oneself. And I was like, hold up. Because if I sit up here and call somebody a hoe or something like that, I'm celibate. So how I ain't seeing myself, but it's just me being a smart ass with the universe. But like, we got you. Keep on playing. Okay. But it's just all about how you choose to love yourself. There's a lot of times people are going to be just accustomed to misunderstanding you because they only want to see it from one perspective. That's not your point for you to make sure that somebody doesn't misunderstand you, or not believe you or encourage you or validate you for what you're doing. It's all about how you see yourself. It's all about what you're coming accustomed to. That takes a daily effort for those things to happen. And it's just like, I look at all the situations that I've been in, there's a lot of things I'm still working on. There's a lot of things that I have let go, and I appreciate those situations, because if you're going through that at that time, it's kind of hard for you to see it as being a positive part of your life that's going to bring you a vibrant impact in your life as being growth to you. A lot of times it's hard for you to be able to see it as positive change, even when it feels like you're just stuck in the middle of a negative circumstance. And it's all about what you had to grow from. And a lot of times you have to be able to go through that harshness of negativity to bring out something that's very positive for you. Because it's like, when I see all my situations that I've been in, I work on it every day, allowing myself not to get fixated on every single thing I've went through as being hurt, because that's allowing myself to say that's where my frequency is still going through. But just being able to say, I went through a negative situation that has brought so much love and positivity I had to bring towards myself, and knowing what I need in my life and what I'm appreciating of, or what I deserve within myself. Nobody can't tell you that until you can be able to tell you yourself, because it's like, a lot of times we try to wonder why we connect with so many people that are very toxic. And I'm not saying all the time, but it's like sometimes people are just projecting to be projecting. But a lot of times they'll make you feel like, hey, I've got all this negativity, being attracted to me. And it's just like, it could be a 50-50 chance of that is something that you have within yourself that you had to see from an outer influence, or these are just certain things that person needed you as a blessing. It's always two reasons to that, but it's not always the fact of what you're projecting from yourself towards other people. But these are the things that you may have needed to be that example of a blessing that person needed along their way. But it's all about how you choose to bring that love towards yourself. You have probably been through, amps of different things in your life that you may have spoken about, that you may not have. There have probably been, times where you have seen yourself as a victim from everything that has embraced you in the most hurtful way. Or you wanted to, be able to spotlight everyone has done things to you, because that's that victim mentality. I've been through all those, and even when I catch myself being that way, I'm like, girl, rewind, press pause. You're not even in that frequency anymore. Rise up. You have to be able to tell yourself that, rise up. because you're aiming towards something so beautiful you don't even see coming into your life from all the burdens that you have gone through, all the trials you have went through. These are your testaments to bring you up towards something very powerful, very loving towards yourself, not just towards yourself but many other people. Because like I said, you're going to be an advocate of inspiration in some kind of way from the story that you have overcome, from the situations you have overcome. And it's just how somebody is loving you, and it's not the love that you're needing in your life because it's not very deserving. You're going to find somebody who is going to accept you for who you are. You're going to have somebody who's going to be in your life that is going to be supportive, but they're going to also call you out on your stuff, especially if you can be a better person. You need somebody to be able to be in your life as a challenging person that wants to see the best come out of you, not to try to bring out the stress in you or the worst in you that's not there, or make you seem less than. But if these things are coming to you to where you had to embrace that is something that is telling you, if there's signs there, because as empaths, we always try to find the good in people, even when those toxic vibrations are showing. Go out all emergency exits. Do not keep moving forward. Go away. You probably had that, the airline thing going like this, like, no, skirt. Leave that alone. You're just like, but I see their light low. Look, turn off the damn light. The light ain't left on. This is not that hotel commercial going out the other way, and you're having to be able to do that. And it was just like when I was seeing those different things in those videos, and it touched my heart in a lot of ways, because I've seen a lot of the situations that we're talking about in that video I have gone through. And when I allowed myself to not be submissive towards other people, because that's how I got my connection as being, younger, and when I went older, before I started, being celibate, I found trying to find love through sexual connections, and that's just not good, or if it was certain things that I didn't want to face, it was sexual connections. And now it's just like allowing myself to face these things with no kind of stimulants, no kind of suppressants, allowing myself to put the best foot forward. No matter how potent that stuff is, it's going to make me even stronger. These are the things that I had to do for myself. There are going to be times where people are going to project their wounds onto you, or they're only going to be wanting to see what you're saying or what you're projecting out in one way, and that's their way. That is beautiful to be able to gravitate towards people that are encouraging. You'll know when that change is coming within yourself. You'll start seeing it in the people that is attracting towards you. And I feel like that's such a blessing, because there's people that are connecting with me now that y'all be pulling on that heartstring, like, oh my God, it feels good to be that. And it's not like it's filling my head with confidence, or, not let me not say that, not filling my head with confidence, but that gives you more confidence within those situations, but not fueling up an ego. Allowing myself to see whatever you're going through, whatever you're projecting from the goodness of your heart, and is holding and projecting out good intentions. Know that is going to have a way of coming back to you, to know that's where you're heading. When you're getting close to your blessings, you're going to have people in your life that is going to be encouraging to you. They're going to appreciate you. They want you to keep doing what you're doing, but add more power behind that. It's like you're doing really good. And if you invest more into yourself, invest more in what you're trying to invest towards yourself, that it impact other people, you don't know what kind of blessing that would be, because you're working towards that each and every day. Yes, it can be a situation when it's hard for you to get out of depression. I've been there. I was manic depressive for a long time. There'll be, on certain anniversaries, certain days, that is really a hurtful trigger to me. It is just like, let me allow myself to go through those moments. If I feel like I can't be productive or positive through that, let me allow myself to be with oneself. I don't need to project that out to nobody, because it's like that's not unfair to other people. I've seen when people were like that and they press their daggone negativity on me. I don't need all that, and I don't want to give nobody else all that. So I want to be able to do people how I want to be done. If it can't be respected, it has to be disconnected. That's how I have to feel about it. There's a lot of times you may go through a situation where you truly love somebody, and that relationship was just for a lesson and blessing in part ways. Don't force yourself on somebody. I had to be that situation Or me and my kids don't even barely connect the way I want to, but I can't force myself on nobody. I won't, and a lot of times you got to make those decisions that may be feeling really heartbreaking, because it's like my kids are everything to me. I've done a lot of different things for them. I've sacrificed. I would even die for my kids. That's any parent that loves your children, and I want to be able to give them that life that, they really truly deserve. But it's just all about, what is being projected out on people, and situations get up in hand, even though I was trying to make that effort on changing, because like I said, I put narcissistic, and then try to make sure I turn that situation around. But being able to see everything that I've gone through, in a positive vibration, being able to see that, even though these things has hit me to the core, this is a life lesson I need to be able to reflect that you can turn all this situation around. You have to be able to see that is whatever it just really took you there. You don't know how it can bring out something in a positive standpoint really care about, and you have to distance yourself, or they have to distance themselves. If it's meant to be, it'll come back. Especially if you're dealing with the twin flame connection, which is, I say, that is the worst. That now does say it's the worst, but those are the experiences that will take you to a place. Oh my God. It is very uncomfortable, unpredictable, and it can feel like hell, because it's like when you know that you have a counterpart, and it is like, you're seeing yourself in a different body. Y'all carry the same soul. You have to go through a lot of things that you're insecure about. Things are going to be projected towards you that you need to heal from. Being able to, dissolve anything that's keeping y'all apart. Being able to not resist the change that needs to take place into your life. All those different things that is needing to happen for y'all to be able to go into that full circle. And that one thing is not easy. It's going to happen if, God brought you into that picture to where you are able to know who your counterpart is. That is just an indication. Now you see who each other are, who each other are. So now it's time for you to part ways, for you to be able to heal, so there's nothing that is keeping y'all apart again. Because, it's like when it comes to twin flame connections, and it's like that, where I say it's the Chinese red ribbon, I think that's what it's called, of where you are soully connected, like y'all have a soul contract. You may play different parts in each other's lives, every life that you have lived, but it's always different, but it's always something that y'all come back together for something very powerful. When it's meant to be, it's going to be that thing that's going to stick, and you're going to be here for the physical, and when y'all pass on, it's going to be in the eternal. So it's just like a lot of things is going on in your life where, people may project their pain on you or their negativity on you, but it's up to you to know that you don't deserve that. Don't allow somebody to use you as that doormat or their punching bag to feel like they need to, download all those toxic vibrations that they hold amongst themselves to be with you. You have to be able to make the better decision and know I deserve better. Whatever I'm reciprocating towards you is not, validated towards you, of being able to appreciate that. I have to be able to invest that into myself. And when you're placing that love and validation towards yourself, and you're working on yourself to be able to find that counterpart that is like your absolute soulmate that you're going through after you have been through a toxic relationship, that comes to a time where you have to invest that love within yourself. You have to become your own best friend. And when you're getting to that moment, as soon as I said that, oh my God, that's chills. Woo! Confirmation. You have to be your own, that invest in that love. You have to be able to invest in yourself. So when you're allowing yourself to invest in that love within yourself, you're giving yourself that strength, because that is no easy experience and no easy road. But that's where strength comes in, where you're knowing where all you put your love out, it just doesn't come back the way you pushed it out. That's letting you know that they're not appreciating you. You have to be able to appreciate yourself a lot more to be able to say, you know what, this is not something I have to continue doing. Because a lot of times we feel like if you've been towards that exposure, especially if you have been, nobody can give you that nurturing support when you're growing up and stuff like that, you'll start seeing that where You have to be in a relationship to make you feel like somebody. You have to be in a marriage to make you feel like somebody. You have to be in a relationship as a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you're doing, to feel that validation. And that's not where validation should come from. Because usually when we're going towards that type of image, it doesn't work out. We keep on gravitating toward toxic relationships. You have to be able to invest that in yourself. Just because how somebody else feels about you, don't allow them to make you feel that way about yourself. It's all about what you feel about yourself. Because when you start invested in that, you place in healthy boundaries, positive boundaries. You know how to say no without feeling guilty. Not feeling obligated to do something for somebody, but do it because you want to. Never feel like that you're giving blessings out towards somebody that you need to get something in return. If you're feeling like you have to get something in return for that, that wasn't a blessing. You're wanting something to come back because you gave something up. It's all about what you feel like doing, how you see yourself, how you inspire your own self. You have to be your own inspiration. You have to be your own upgrade, your supporter, your uplift, whatever. So allow yourself to place that love into yourself. If somebody can't see that, they can't see your worth, hey, they probably can't see the worth within themselves. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video. I would love to give a post notification shout out to these three kings, Julian Zamora, Drea Williams, much love to you, R Evolve, Stacy Boatwright, as well as Miss Potter and Lion Kingdom, much love to you, as in Galactic or Orin as well. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a line. I would love a chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. I leave all my contact information in the description box below, in case you want to be able to. It's all about spiritual networking. If you need some assistance or you have any questions about your soul mission, I'll try my best to be able to tell you throughout my experience, or I'll try to find the information you need to give you that deeper understanding to take you along the way. And even, if while you're working on your manifestations, I hope and pray for the best, better than you ever imagined, even what you ask for, that you receive, and it comes sooner than you assume. And even through social distancing, give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know how those things really take somebody a long way. Oh yes, and I'm announcing tomorrow I will be doing a live at 5. I'm over here in Georgia, so I don't know if the Pacific Standard Time or whatever, but it's 5. So make sure you have your notifications on. I'm going to go ahead and do that. But if I have to be able to switch it up or something falls short, which I hope it's not, even if something bad happens, I'm going to still keep on trying to go. But make sure you keep your notifications on, because I'm going to start doing live at 5 and talk about different things that's going on, and just being able to connect with y'all virtually, and that'll be a blessing. I would love to be able to chat with you. I haven't done that in a few months, so I'm ready to go ahead and do that again. So make sure you have your notifications on, and I will see you on my next video. Much love. Peace.